You know, we all swing by burger places after work sometimes, especially when we're too tired to cook and just want something quick and filling. In our neighborhood, there's this little spot called Grill Master. Cozy enough, clean, soft music playing, staff is polite. And there's the chef, a charismatic man in his mid-40s, always in a pristine apron, with a strange gleam in his eyes, just a cook or a food devotee. For him, preparing a meal felt more like a ritual than a profession. One evening, I was heading home late and stopped by Grill Master because most other places had already closed. I turned out to be the only customer there. A bit odd, but I thought, great, no rush. I can enjoy my meal in peace. I ordered the usual, a double patty burger, fries, and a soda. The chef stepped into the dining area for a minute and started chatting. He told me food preparation was a sacred mission, a quest for perfection. He sounded obsessed. Every burger is a rite, not just a meal. I smiled. The guy was clearly a fanatic, but kinda charming in a weird way. The burger arrived, looked decent, smelled great with all the spices and sauces. I took a few bites, chewing slowly, and then something crunched. At first I thought it was a bone chip. I set the burger down, started carefully inspecting it, and saw a human eyeball, fully intact, cloudy white, brown iris, slightly glossy. I was hit by a wave of nausea and panic. I grabbed the burger and ran to the counter where a young waiter was standing. He looked like he had been expecting this moment. He didn't move, just stood there frozen, almost like he knew, but couldn't do anything. And then the chef appeared from the kitchen. He walked quietly, calmly, as if nothing had happened. I pointed at the eye in the patty, hands shaking. What the hell is this? I barely got the words out. He said nothing. Then without a word, he calmly picked up a fork from a tray and stabbed it straight into my hand. The pain was instant. I screamed, but the worst part wasn't the fork. It was his eyes, cold, unforgiving, not angry, just indifferent, like I wasn't in pain. I was interfering with his ceremony. "Sorry," he whispered. "That eye was meant for the final course. You just happened to see it first." As I stood there, stunned and bleeding, he suddenly began to speak more openly. He intentionally waited for the last customer, not because it's what fancy places do, but because he handpicked the finest cut for himself. His work, he said, was sacred. Meat was his medium. Every evening he would kill the lucky one, drag them to the storage room, prepare them using his special recipe, and then serve the dream burger to the next batch of customers, replacing some ingredients. According to him, he wasn't just a cannibal, he was a believer, someone who worshipped the act of cooking like it was a religion. The office worker who found an eyeball in his burger, me, was just a small accident, a rare slip-up. The chef admitted the eye must have fallen by mistake while prepping one of his late-night guests. He didn't have time to hide it. I got it now. I screamed and ran, threw the burger into the trash on my way out. I tried to call the police, but the chef wasn't shaken. He calmly followed me outside with a knife, looked into my eyes one more time and said, "Don't tell anyone about this. It's fate, my mission, and your mistake was seeing the truth. But I'm feeling generous tonight. Run before I change my mind. And forget the way back here, kid, unless you want your fingers to end up in my breakfast." I ran. My hand still shakes when I think about that night. From that day on, I swore I'd never eat fast food again. No more burgers, no more meat pies. If it crunches, I spit it out. I still don't understand. Why did he let me go? I guess I'm a lucky man and a coward. I hate myself for it. But I just can't go to the police. Every time I get near a station, I have a panic attack. Twice, I collapsed at the entrance. Paramedics took me in both times, took my blood pressure. Everything seemed fine. They said, "You again?" and just laughed. So I've lived like this for a couple of weeks, and eventually I moved away. Completely. I can't tell anyone. I'm scared. Why did he need that eye? He said it was for the finale. You weren't supposed to hear that. That sentence still rings in my ears. And people keep dying. And me? I'll just keep living my life.